Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit about this game day infographic I created. I'm not going to walk you through how I created everything because it's actually pretty simple. It's just basically a bunch of shapes. But I'm going to show you some of the ins and outs, and I'm going to show you how I update it for each game day. For starters, the basic layout is basically a bunch of skewed shapes, and all this shapes, the rectangles are all skewed at 15 degrees. So if you can look at this back here, you can see negative 15 degrees is just skewed. There's that cardinal one, negative 15, negative 15. So they're all just, everything's just skewed negative 15. So these ones are skewed negative 15 too. If you double click and go to the text and you skew those to positive 15, it makes them straight. So we got a skewed background, straight text, negative 15, and then 15 for the text itself. Same thing for the photos over here. They are skewed at 15, but photos actually, you skew them at 0, and that will set them at 0 inside the box. Text is just a little different than the photos. So let me get started and show you how I'm going to update this and how easy it is. And I've actually, this is all in InDesign because it's a text-heavy graphic, and text is just way easier in InDesign. And because there's no fancy graphics, because it's mostly shapes and clean square lines, InDesign is pretty easy to get this done. So to start with, I have Bridge open in my second monitor. So I'll just bring it over here, and you can see Bridge. And this is where I'll be getting all my assets from. And so I'll just pull it back over to my second monitor, so you won't see what I'm grabbing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get us set up for our match against Puget Sound. So I'm going to drag my Puget Sound icon from Bridge and just drop it right there. And I want to make this logo just a little bit bigger than the space itself. Okay. And I'm going to change this to Puget Sound, and they are the loggers. And I don't know their record yet because they haven't finished their last game before we play them. So what I'm going to do then is set the colors. And you can see in all my swatches that they show up here based on the logos you have embedded. And these last two are that UPS logo. So I'm going to set that as gray. And I'm going to highlight this and set it as cardinal. And then I'm going to set this background as gray as well. And then this little Northwest Conference logo, same thing. Whoops. Okay, so I set the stroke on that as gray. I don't want that. So I'm going to undo that, click my foreground, and set this background as gray. So that is all set to go right there. This is just one more day, 7 p.m. That's all the same. Our last game was against Pacific. So I'm going to pop that logo in there. And I'm going to fit the contents proportionally. Change that to Pacific. And we're playing them tonight, so I'm not sure what those are going to be, but this will be Cone Fieldhouse. And then after tonight's game, I will set that. I will get the records updated. And the other thing I will do is look at who had big stats and who to put in these players to watch. And basically, these are the same. It's just drag and drop. So I will have my photos open in Bridge, and I'll browse to the photos I want. And so let's say, okay, Sarah Fincher. Let's say that she had a good game, so I'm going to put her actually on top. So I'll just drag that photo right in there. Boom, plops right in there, nice. I can just plop photos wherever I need them, and click and type and change text. It's pretty straightforward. This was again specific. I'll just copy that down there. And then the same goes for these photos too, is that I can just browse my photo library in Bridge and just drag over one that I want, and I can click. And one of the things that makes this so easy in InDesign is the ability to move the graphics independently of the frame. So you can see this is the frame right here, and this is the graphic, and so I can move those and make those and change that all within the frame. It makes it real easy to move things around and get them where you wanted, and still have all your shapes and lines stay clean and stay where they were. So that's pretty much the gist of it. It's pretty easy. Like I said, it's mostly just boxes and rectangles that are skewed and some text and laid out in a neat little way. So that's it.